They were next in line to the throne. Some were already on the throne, but they gave up their empires to be with the one they love. Some would call it madness, but we say it's love. In today's episode, we look at the life and unwavering determination of 10 royals who gave up their titles for love. Number 1. King Edward VIII of England. Edward was born in June 1894 to King George V and Queen Mary. In July 1911, Edward, 16, was invested Prince of Wales. While Prince of Wales, young Edward was involved in a series of sexual relations that posed a great concern to both the royal family and British aristocrats. He had a complete disregard for royal protocols and constitutional conventions. On January 20th, 1936, when Edward finally assumed the throne following the death of his father, King George V, things went out of hand. Edward immediately announced his intention to marry Wallis Simpson, an American socialite. Wallis's first husband had divorced her allegedly due to her promiscuity and a botched abortion that rendered her infertile, and her marriage to her second husband was at the point of annulment. Not only was this marriage abominable to Edward's person as protector of the realm, it was also a contradiction to his position as head of the church in England. As a result, Stanley Baldwin, then the conservative Prime Minister of England and the arbiters of royal power, made it clear that Edward could not marry Wallis and retain his crown. They had greatly underestimated his determination. Immediately after Wallis finalized her divorce from her second husband, Edward announced his abdication on December 11, 1936, ending his 326-day reign, and became the shortest reigning monarch in British history. He was succeeded by his younger brother, George VI. The couples were married a few months later and lived together in France till Edward's death in May 1972. Number 2. King Carol II of Romania. Carol was born in October 1893 to King Ferdinand I of Romania and Queen Marie. Right from his teenage years, Carol was a notorious playboy, and that he remained for the rest of his life. He spent all his time drinking, partying, and having sex with young women in the town of Sinaia in Romania. Newspapers and magazines worldwide were constantly flooded with Carol's party photographs, holding a drink in one hand and a new beautiful woman in the other hand. By the age of 19, he had fathered at least 2 illegitimate children. Romanian nobles were not only concerned with Carol's insatiable appetite for pleasure and sex, but his immense affection for low-born women. Carol was naturally drawn to the informality, spontaneity, humor, and passion of common women. To keep him in check, the royal family married him off to Helena, Crown Princess of Greece and Denmark. But Carol found royal women to be stiff and boringly overmannered. He therefore engaged in an extramarital affair with Magda Lupescu, a commoner and ex-wife of an army officer, known to be promiscuous, arrogant, manipulative, and extremely greedy. Carol and Lupescu had so much in common. The only things they loved nearly as much as sex was splendor and fame. When the National Liberal Party, which dominated Romanian politics, made it clear that Carol's entanglement with Lupescu made him unfit to be king, Carol did not hesitate to renounce his right to the throne. When his father died in 1927, his son Michael was crowned in his stead. A few years later, he overthrew his own son and seized power. Number 3. Princess Atsuko of Japan. Princess Atsuko, born in March 1931, is the daughter of the late Emperor Showa and Empress Kojun of Japan, and the older sister of the present Emperor Akihito. Around April of 1952, Princess Atsuko, 21, was taken with Takama Sikta, a 25-year-old cattle farmer whom she met at a Japanese tea ceremony. This contravened the Japanese imperial household law. But the 21-year-old princess wasn't bothered about the consequences. 6 months later, in October 10, 1952, the couple got married, causing Atsuko to lose her imperial title and give up on her annual royal allowance of 650,000 yen. Also, her father the emperor's absence from the wedding was highly noticed. However, all this didn't mean anything to Atsuko. She was happy and very much in love. They were married for 60 years until her husband's passing in 2012. Number 4. Prince Friso of the Netherlands. Prince Friso, dubbed the Brilliant Prince of the Netherlands, was the second son of Queen Beatrix and second in line to the throne. Unlike the cases of Edward and Carol, Friso's sexual relationship with Mabel Wiese-Smit was applauded by the royal family and the Dutch aristocracy. However, when their engagement was announced in June 2003, Charlie de Silva, a former bodyguard of Klaas Bruinsma, a notorious drug lord, came on Dutch television and made shocking revelations about Mabel's previous sexual relationship with Bruinsma. This sparked a series of controversies that eventually forced the Dutch parliament to deny Mabel's admission into the royal house, making her marriage to Friso only possible if Friso would give up his royal title, a price which Friso gladly paid. They got married on April 24, 2004, and moved to London to start a new life. Number 5. Princess Ubol Ratana of Thailand. Ubol Ratana, born in April 1951, is the eldest child of the late king of Thailand, Bhumibol Adulyadej, and the older sister of the present monarch, King Vajiralongkorn. Ratana was her father's favorite child because she was beautiful and excelled in academics and sports, whereas her brother, the present king, did not. Considered to be the future of the kingdom, the royal family sent Ratana on scholarship to the US, where she graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, in 1973, and a then master's degree from the University of California, Los Angeles. The Thai royal family could never have been prouder, but while at MIT, Ratana had met and fallen in love with an American, Peter Jensen, at a time when the Thais considered it a taboo for a member of the royal household to marry a foreigner. Despite her father's warnings, Ratana went ahead and married Jensen on July 25, 1972, giving up on her royal title and accepting banishment from her father. Ratana changed her name to Mrs. Julie Jensen, after which the couple settled in Boston and had 3 children. Following the death of her father in 2016 and her younger brother ascending to the throne, Ratana has managed to re-establish some relationship with the Thai royal family. Number 6. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Philip was born in June 1921 and was the only son of Prince Andrew of Greece and Denmark and Princess Alice of Battenberg. Philip was a prince of both Greece and Denmark, and from birth, he was in the line of succession to both thrones. After studying in Great Britain, he joined the Royal Navy in 1939. That same year, King George VI and his daughter Elizabeth visited the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth, during which Philip, 18, met and began exchanging letters with 13-year-old Princess Elizabeth. In July 1947, Philip gave up his Greek and Danish titles to become a naturalized British subject just before the official announcement of his engagement to Elizabeth. They got married on November 20, 1947. On the eve of the wedding, Philip was granted the style His Royal Highness. He was made Duke of Edinburgh, Earl of Merioneth, and Baron of Greenwich by King George VI. Therefore, unlike the others on this list, Philip remained a royal after giving up his title. Their union lasted more than 73 years until Philip's passing in April 2021, making it the longest marriage in the history of British monarchs. Number 7. Prince Lennart of Sweden. Born in May 1909, Lennart was the son of Prince Wilhelm of Sweden and Grand Duchess Maria Pavlovna of Russia. At birth, Lennart was titled Royal Prince and Duke of Småland. On March 11, 1932, Prince Lennart married Karin Nisvant, a low-born woman. He made history by becoming the first Swedish monarch to forfeit his titles and rights of succession as a result of morganatic marriage. The union was severely resented by the Swedish royal family. Lennart assumed the last name Bernadotte, worked as a landscaper and photographer, and the couple struggled to find happiness in their life outside the royal household. Number 8. Prince Carl Johan of Sweden. Born in October 1916, Prince Carl Johan was the son of King Gustav VI of Sweden and Princess Margaret of Connaught. Following his cousin Lennart's footsteps, Prince Johan was in a committed relationship with a journalist, Kirsten Wishmark, daughter of a commoner. When a journalist asked him about the commoner status of his girlfriend, Prince Carl said he doesn't know what that means. When he finally realized that the Swedish government would not approve the marriage, saying it is unconstitutional, he renounced his titles and succession rights to the Swedish throne. He married her on February 19, 1946. Prince Carl assumed the surname Bernadotte. The couple settled in New York City, where the former royal took on a day job as office staff with an Anglo-Nordic trading company. Number 9. Princess Ayako of Japan. Born in September 1990, Ayako is the daughter of Prince Takamoto and Princess Hisako of Japan. In December 2017, Ayako's mother introduced her to Kei Moria, an employee of a shipping company. The two soon got into a relationship and were formally engaged in August 2018. Like Princess Atsuko, the Japanese imperial law required Ayako to renounce her imperial titles and give up her annual royal allowance before marrying out of Japanese nobility. Ayako was okay with that. However, on October 29, 2018, the day of their wedding, Ayako received a final one-time payment of approximately $950,000. Her name was modified from Her Imperial Highness Princess Ayako of Takamoto to simply Ayako Maria. As we conclude with the most renowned incidents of sacrificed royalty for love, please do well to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Number 10. Diana, Princess of Wales. Unlike others on this list, Diana wasn't born into the royal family. She acquired her title by marriage and then gave it up for love. Born in July 1961 as Diana Spencer, Diana came into prominence in February 1981 following her engagement to Prince Charles, heir apparent to the throne of England. They got married in July of the same year, but only 5 years into their marriage, the couple's cold attitude towards one another had become apparent. Rumors of infidelity were widespread, especially Diana's extramarital affairs with Major James Hewitt, who, based on physical characteristics, is alleged to be the biological father of her second son, Prince Harry. Let's take a look. We reserve our comments. Their divorce was finalized in August 1996. Diana lost her royal title and her rank as a senior member of the British royal family. Thank you for watching, and do well to check out our next video right here.